Everyone, my name is Brad Trexler and I'm the criminal defense attorney here at Matheson & Associates. Today we're going to talk a little bit about expungement law in North Carolina. For starters, a lot of people may not be aware that in 2017, North Carolina changed the statutes on expungements, passing a new bill that allows for multiple expungements and changed waiting period times. Previously, you had to wait 15 years for an expungement of a misdemeanor or felony conviction in North Carolina. Those waiting times have now been reduced. For felony convictions in North Carolina, you can get an expungement after 10 years for a non-violent felony. And the same goes for misdemeanors, with a reduction down to 5 years for non-violent misdemeanors. Now, there are some caveats for each of those. One being that with felony convictions, it has to be non-violent. Violent felony convictions are never going to be expungible. That includes things like robbery, assault with a deadly weapon with intent to inflict serious injury or intent to kill, any of those things that would include a factor of violence or an element of violence in the charge. For misdemeanors, this is the same caveat. Things that involve assaults, things that involve domestic violence, those are not things that are ever going to be expungible no matter how long it's been since that conviction. But for something such as a misdemeanor larceny charge, that can be expunged after a 5-year waiting period from the date of conviction. Moving on to some other issues with expungements in North Carolina, a big one that a lot of people ask about and call into our office about is DWIs. DWIs are unfortunately not ever eligible for an expungement in North Carolina. In terms of other important things to note about expungements, is that right now the North Carolina court system utilizes an automatic expungement process. Now currently the typical waiting period for an automatic expungement, and this applies to any charges that are voluntarily dismissed with a couple caveats, so make sure you call into our office if that is something that you have a question about. That waiting period is typically 180 to 210 days after the full resolution of the case. So if your charge is dismissed on January 1st, 2025, then typically the waiting period would allow for that charge to be expunged in approximately 200 days, call it late 2025 in the fall, that it will get automatically expunged. Now that does not mean that you can't file for an expungement in advance of that time. So if your charge gets expunged and you're in a rush, or rather your charge gets dismissed and you're in a rush to get it expunged because you've got job interviews coming up, you're applying to college, something like that, you can always reach out to our office and we will walk you through and help you with filing an actual expungement itself. We do offer those at a discount to any previous clients that we've helped handle your case, but we do also offer to file expungements for anyone. So it does not limit you in any sense of total number of expungements anymore. You can get anything that has been dismissed expunged, and on top of that you can also get misdemeanor convictions, non-violent, after 5 years after the conviction, felony convictions after 10 years as long as they're non-violent as well, with those two important caveats: the non-violence, specifically domestic violence, and DWIs cannot ever be expunged. Give us a call here at Matheson & Associates if you ever need help with an expungement. We'll be more than happy to take you through the process. Have a great day.